I've heard enough of this Drake and Yeat song. I don't know if it was all that great. Like, it sounded like a mainstream type song. I don't know. I felt like Yeat had this, you know, he's not underground, but he had like this new fresh sound thing going for him where he was the newest, hottest rapper type. And this song just sounded like kind of mid for like a Drake and Yeat song. It's probably better than the average, but like I feel like they could have gone harder. It felt like it had pretty average flows on there. Like, wasn't anything spectacular or different than I would or someone would expect from such a song, you know? Like, I don't think it was anything crazy. Again, it's Yeat and Drake. I don't give a fuck was the top song globally. Like, it was undoubtedly a great and amazing song. I just don't know if this actually made that much of a movement online today. Like we posted it, we were like, oh shit, Drake and Yeat actually dropped, because Yeat was teasing that Drake was on it because they posted a FaceTime on his Instagram. He didn't end up being on their real album, so they dropped it 2 days later. What day is today? Saturday. 1 day later at 12 p.m. which I guess, what? No, it was a day, a day and a half after. So I guess it was planned, because he did have the Drake. So maybe he was making sure that if people weren't messing with the album as much, he could drop this the day after, and then it could boost up sales, because the first week sales came out, and I believe the projections were what, 65K to 75K. And I don't know, like, people were expecting this, like his fans were expecting it to go to 100. Oh God, I'm not trying to be TOS up in this. Y'all saw Fantano's girl. Yeah, so it's projected to do 65 to 75K. But like, that was probably calculated before the Drake feature, which is obviously gonna get hella streams because this is Drake. Just being on Drake's profile is like the most recent release is gonna get hella streams, millions. M's is Drake, one of the most successful artists in the world right now, if not the, maybe below The Weeknd and Taylor Swift and maybe Bad Bunny, but like, he's still like A-list, so that'll help. So maybe he'll boost up to like 85, something like that. But I don't know if it actually made as much of an impact as like Breathe is going crazy, in my opinion. I think that's like one of the only TikTokable songs that people are messing with that heavy, where it's going to be like a single in itself, where people are running back using sounds, using Instagram audios to do reels. Yes, Breathe. It was the one that him and Zach Bia did their little like finger bang. And Yeat was like just walking around. But yeah, I don't think it was anything crazy. But I think this is like 65 to 75K is definitely above the last one, Afterlife, which I believe did like 52. But at the same time, it went below expectations, so it's still like a W, because he's still improving every single time. I don't think that his label was going to let it fail regardless, just because they're treating Yeat like royalty, like he's the next upcoming Playboy Cardi, even though he's obviously not at that level just yet. He might have singles, but I feel like this also shows that he might be dependent on the TikTok songs to sell super well, because like if he got 100K, it would have been because there was a lead up single or something that was trending everywhere. But I don't know if he has that same pull right now with the songs that are on the album, because it's more of like a concept project, as we spoke about before. It's not like a bunch of bangers like Up To Me or Too Alive, where people are spinning that shit left and right. Like, it's very polarizing. I don't think people have figured out if they liked it yet or not. There's a lot of hate, but there's a lot of super love, because he did evolve, and I will give him that. So I think it's like a mild W, because he definitely improved, and that's all you can really ask. Just get higher sales than you did last time. But the Drake feature was a little bit disappointing, I will be honest. I feel like just because it has Drake on it, that people will gravitate towards it and be like, oh my God. But Drake definitely got the better deal in the feature swap than Yeat did, because again, the one that they just dropped was kind of mediocre at best for those two high caliber artists. And it might have been like not a save me, but something to potentially boost up sales if they were looking a little bit low. So we'll see. Maybe these projections will move up 10K or so. I still think the album was a W. Yeah, I'm not saying it wasn't. I think it was cool, like the whole theme behind it, but there is a certain medium you have to create where it's like the concept of the album and creating a new world. And of course, I feel like people are feeling that. They feel like they're in the future in a dystopian era with robots and aliens and whatever. But then at the same time, you got to make music that can stand alone by itself. At least, I mean, obviously he already won the game. It's GTA. He already did all the missions. He's online right now, just messing around with his friends, going in like different types of cars because he can do whatever. He already got the $15 million payout or whatever it was for his advance, so he can do whatever. But I just feel like it did not hit as hard as previous projects. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Because usually everyone will be loving the Yeat album. There was like a whole dick riding era where just like anything he touched turned to gold. So this is the first time that there was like even a little bit of pushback, like, is it? Like, you want to like it so bad, but it's just hard to sometimes. I think that he could have put less songs on there and it would have been much better. This might have like a little bit of a if looks could kill type vibe to it, where it's like you got your point across. We understand that you're in 2093. We understand that you're the GOAT of this generation. You're so up, but you don't have to put 20 songs on it. Now, as we talk about all the time, that helps with first week sales potentially because you got more songs to stream as a fan. So the diehards are going to stream the whole thing, and that's just going to boost sales because nowadays sales are calculated by the amount of streams that you get, and to listen to one album you have to, get through more streams. But I feel like there'd be more replay value if it was shorter, right? That's just my opinion though.